Welcome back to another episode of What's Hockey. Keaton, as we always do, we're going around the hockey. What has happened in this past week?
Not a whole lot. Tristan Jerry, the old goalie for the Pittsburgh, I say old goalie because he got waived. He is trash.
Yes.
So he's no longer employed. It's pretty cool because last week on Friday, because I think he got waived on the 15th, so Wednesday, but Friday, I guess new starting goalie Alex Nedeljkovic gets a goalie goal and an assist, which is the first goalie to ever do it in NHL history. Which is cool.
Dude. I always love the.
So I mean,
I like him taking the risk on the empty. It was not really a risk. You're winning the game anyway, but just hey, shoot that thing, and he did.
Just dumping it in there,
bro.
Yeah.
And it was a perfect shot from the entire length of the ice. It was pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, it was a great shot, and it's funny because I remember last year Tristan Jerry got a goalie goal, so I think it's kind of funny that.
Oh, so we should expect 1 year from one year from now, Nedeljkovic will be out, and then the new dude comes in and hits a full lengther.
Or just any Pittsburgh goalie gets a goalie goal. That's just a guaranteed thing year to year. Other news, John Klingberg has joined the Oilers on a 1-year contract as of the 17th. The
Former Dallas
32-year-old
Star
defenseman had season-ending surgery last year while he was with the Maple Leafs and will look to turn around that depressing season.
Yeah.
Joining the hot Oilers team. Oh, I guess hot Edmonton. You don't really want to say hot oil. But, yeah, pretty good.
I mean, they got into some hot water for sure, and I know you'll get to that in a second, but continue.
Yeah. Speaking of the Oilers, Corey Perry got a goal last night by the assistance of some nachos on the ice. Fan threw some nachos on the ice, and what was it? Logan Thompson was like, "What the fuck,
bro?" He was
because I saw a picture
out
on Twitter where it was like, "This is the plate of nachos, and this is where the puck was." So it was like right there. And
that to me, that's so ridiculous, though. I mean, like,
you get thrown off. You're like, hey, dog, there's something on the ice. You got to get rid of that. And then you're caring more about that, and then you get scored on. You know.
The thing too is like when you rewatch that, the nachos are already there before Corey Perry even receives the puck, and he glides over them. Like both skates pass over the nachos. Nachos go through his legs, and then he shoots.
He even took a chip on his way over.
The puck is not behind the nachos. Like, it's not like it was a hidden shot or anything. He was just complaining, man. I'm not giving him a pass.
Yeah. I mean,
if you're that much of like a dog see squirrel moment where like, oh, the nachos hit the ice and you're like, oh, and you like got to stare at it for like 5 seconds. Like, all right, that's on you, man. Anyway.
They ended up losing anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Capitals are on a pretty hot streak. I think they've won 5 in a row, and they're at top league rankings or standings. Pretty good. But anyway, next up, we've got Connor McDavid having a player safety hearing for cross-checking. Even gave him old back shot to Connor Garland on the ground. Pretty gross.
I'm pretty sure
but he ended up getting suspended 3 games.
Yeah.
You say?
No, go ahead. My fault. Yeah, he got suspended 3, and Garland got suspended 2, didn't he? I want to say...
no, it was the same game, but Tyler Myers got suspended. It was a different player.
Was it for that same, like, end-of-game, like, brawl that kind of broke out a little bit? Do you know?
No, I just saw Connor McDavid giving him, like, the business and then, like, pumping him for no
Garland,
reason.
Yeah, they were both, like, on top of each other, and the commentators are like, Garland committed, like, 3 penalties on that play. And then, of course, McDavid cross-checks him to the face, which was insane, dude. Like, the cross-check in general...
Totally, like, bodies him.
like, it's a grown man as hard as he can with a stick just hitting you, and, like, even, let's say, like, to the body or, like, the arm, like, right in that, like, section where there's less muscle... like that'd be brutal, you know? And then like this is straight to the face. 3 games, low-key sounds a little light for that.
Yeah. I mean, he had a player safety hearing, so maybe he was just like, woe is me.
Man, NHL can't afford to have him gone too long.
I mean, he's their baby. But yeah, Connor. I mean, moving on, we've got some players that are out and back. Rope Hens is back in
Yes,
lineups after missing
sir.
a week. We've got Brock McGinn is out for the season after tearing his ACL and having surgery. Only has 8 points over 26 games, so he won't be sorely missed. But it's a missing player regardless. But the Ducks at least have some sort of silver lining with Trevor Zegras getting back. So,
Yep.
at the very least, they'll have that player back. He's pretty good. But I don't think he made an immediate impact on the last game. We've got Noah Dobson is out indefinitely as the Islanders D-man was injured on Monday's game. Pretty tragic. We've got Ryan Poling placed on IR on Monday by the Flyers because he just can't hang. And the Bruins forward Mark Kastelik was placed on IR. All these injuries, just tragic.
Piling
And
up
it's not
right
like
now.
the Bruins season is doing pretty great.
Yeah.
It is pretty crazy to see them out of the playoffs as of right now. And the Senators and Montreal are both taking up that wild card spot currently.
I'm surprised Montreal's been rising up there. But, I mean, we're going to talk about the last week and what our teams did. Montreal beat the Stars, and I kind of, before that game, I would have said, like, I don't understand.
They've been on a hot streak.
Yeah, they really
both
have.
Both of those teams.
Yeah, for sure. Continue, my fault.
Nice, dog. Just saying, dog. But yeah, we've got the Red Wings are projected to go 2-2, maybe 3-2 if we include the Flyers, which I guess we kind of have to. But yeah, we ended up going 1-4. We only got one win, surprisingly, against the defending Stanley Cup champs. But we take a loss to the Sharks, the Lightning, the Stars, and the Flyers.
Oh,
granted, that Flyers game was an OT game loss, so at least we get a point.
Yeah,
but
y'all need everyone you
3
can
points
get.
out of 5 games is not looking pretty good.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, that Sharks game was pretty bad. I mean, ended our 8-game winning streak, or 7-game winning streak, I guess. Billy Husso took the start, and I'm not really sure why we take chances on that guy. I know he's back in the AHL affiliate, but I'm pretty sure that he's going to be the next one up if one of us gets injured, anything like that. He can't save a shot with a SWAT tactical shield, in my opinion. So,
wow,
pretty tragic. He let up 5 goals and just couldn't make the comeback. The Panthers, we come on strong with a Jonathan Berggren goal. Power play has been pretty hot and ended the game with 3 out of 4 conversions, which is pretty good. Berggren, Larkin, and Kane all getting those power play goals. Got Larkin to get an empty netter to end the game, which pretty classic. So, 5-2 against the defending champs, just a solid game overall. But we take a disappointing loss against the Lightning, allowing 5 goals and ending 5-1. So, yeah, I don't know where to really place our team anymore because, we take that 7-game winning streak and come to a streaking halt. It's pretty tragic.
That new coach bump is gone.
And lost because for whatever reason they jumped to a 3-goal lead because our defense is trash.
Well, it's wild too because that game y'all started on the power play. Like you were on the power play within 30 seconds of that game starting. So you could have got all the momentum to begin with. And I was listening to a podcast, the DLLS podcast, and one of the guys was saying sometimes an early power play, that early into the game can kind of ruin your game plan and the rhythm you were planning to get into. Because, all right, so now it's a 5-on-4, of course. But if I don't score on that, then there's like a psychological thing too. And again, you never got into the rhythm what your initial offense was. And now you've given the team who just killed the power play a lot more momentum going past it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the game looked pretty lost overall. I mean, from what I was paying attention to, I mean, most of the players just weren't really doing much. I don't know. And then the passing is just always just kind of subpar. We've had some good plays here and there, but we just couldn't convert until, what was it, the third period before we could even score one.
Mm.
So, yeah, ended up going, what was it, 8-4
One.
over the last
Oh,
12 games that McClellan has coached. So, I mean, it's not too bad. I guess 8-4-1 now with the Flyers with that OT loss. But, yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but granted, we did take a 7-game win streak, and yeah, that's where most of our wins came from.
yeah. Well, I mean, look, especially later on, we're going to go through our pick'ems, and there are games every single day, pretty much every day, but guaranteed multiple throughout a week, where there are teams that should absolutely win the games that they're in. There's no reason for them to stoop down to a lower caliber team's level.
Well, it's just
And
like surprising to see the Sharks win ever, and they do, you know. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, you and I picked that game. We both chose the Red Wings. You diverted from your normal San Jose guaranteed pick of the week, and it bit you. It bit both of us, I
don't know
guess.
about
But
that,
I mean,
but yeah.
you lost by one this week. We'll get to that in a second. Uh, my fault. Did you have more on the Red Wings this past week?
I just reverted back to their old ways, you know. I just hope that we can, you know, play Sebastian Cosa or maybe even pull up Trey Augustine in the future, um, and have a better goaltender.
I meant to ask. So y'all played last night, right?
Yeah,
Do you by chance know what line Patrick Kane was on?
I don't, but
Okay.
probably like the
During
second or
that
third.
Stars game, they basically moved him down from, I think he was on the second line, down to like the fourth line. So I know his minutes are definitely like reduced, and bringing him in, y'all brought him in last year, right? And then Tarasenko this year, it feels like you got the names, but the players just aren't what you expected out of it. They do bring some leadership, some veteran
I
experience to
mean,
help
Kane's
with.
been playing pretty hot these last 12, I guess 13 games.
Do you know why he was dropped like a few lines in the Stars game?
Just to probably mix it up. I don't know.
Mm, okay, well,
Better advantage, just changing up the lines, just making things
McClellan's the
better.
guy's name, right? Your new coach, new
Todd.
sorry, Todd McClellan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of going 7-0 and then starting to mix things up. That's getting too cute with it. That's a little Ben
Well,
Johnson
I
esque.
mean, yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. But
He's with
yeah,
the Bears now, so it doesn't matter. He's just gonna lose.
I was just about to ask you a question about that, but this is not the What's Football podcast, so let's stick with hockey.
Could be.
Did you have any more notes on the Red Wings?
No, just hope we win.
Nice. I respect that. Oh, upcoming week. Who are you playing?
Uh, yeah, I don't know. I didn't put it on there, so I'll have to
Okay, no worries.
look. We're
We
playing
can
today.
we can circle back to that in a little bit. As far as the Dallas Stars, since we last recorded, since normally we do every Tuesday, I couldn't do it yesterday, so we're at Wednesday. In those 8 days, the Stars played 5 games, and I already have a bad memory, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I remember every nuanced moment of each game, but I'll give a little bit of a summary. Stars traveled to Toronto, played the Maple Leafs. Logan Stankoven finally scores a goal. He was goalless through like 20 something games. I think it was like 25, 26, something up there. And
Not that many.
yeah, just a month's worth of game, more than a month. But if you, anyway, he fights through the contact. He essentially is like right in front of the net,
Fights
poking it,
through it.
fighting the goalie, and then defenders are coming and hitting his little 5'6" frame and bashing him, and he's hit off to the side, but he makes that last contact with the puck, goal, breaks that goalless streak, so good for Logan Stankoven. And later in the game, actually gets another goal. Because I think he technically deflected it, but I think the credit should be given to Duchesne.
Good old tip in.
No, I don't. It wasn't even a tipping. I don't think. Like I think it hit his arm or maybe his stick, but like the middle of the stick. Like it. What he was doing was there
So
was
that
a.
wouldn't be tipped in
I mean, he got the goal right. It's technically a
by
tipping goal,
minimal
but
contact.
when I think of a tipping, I think of getting the actual like
Oh
face
yeah,
of the stick on the puck intentionally.
tipping it.
But it was a great play by him because there's a Toronto defender coming towards Duchesne, and he shields him like completely, like gets his again little tiny frame, bashes this massive defender off to the side. That opens up enough of a. It gives Duchesne enough time. It opens up a little window for him to
You know how
shoot it.
big that defender was?
Uh, at least average hockey size, which is big for someone going against Stankoven. And yeah, scored there.
Yeah.
He did have a tip deflection that led to another goal. It went off Maverick Bork, and Maverick Bork got the credit for that one. But that one, I feel like Stankoven deserves more credit for that one than the one he actually did. But he had a fantastic game, man. 2 goals, an assist. Stars win 4-1. Really good way to start, or I'm sorry, end that road trip. After that, Stars on Thursday returned back here to Dallas, hosting the Montreal Canadiens. And as I alluded to earlier, the Canadiens, they won, man. I don't want to say it was like a super convincing,
Didn't
dominating
Line get a
performance.
power play goal as he
Uh,
always does?
I'm sure he did. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. Actually, no. It looks like their goals were
Okay.
scored by Slavkovsky, Newhook, and Armia.
Oh, I thought it was like 2-1. Never mind.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, that being said, I
One
mean the
game, but
Stars put up 33 shots on goal, and Jacob Dobis, or I don't know how to say his last name, he went ahead and saved all but one. I mean, it was a dominant performance by him. There were multiple great opportunities for Dallas Stars players, and they just could not get it past him. So I mean, hey, you got to tip your cap to them. They deserve the win. Where their goalie just God, he stood on his damn head the entire game. So yeah, they go ahead and take that one 3-1. We go over to the weekend where we we traveled to Colorado, and that game was not great, Keaton. We lose that one
Pretty
six
cool
to
for the
three.
Avalanche.
Nope. So they had
I think it
Wedgwood
was
in goal.
like if you were the Avalanche team, you'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, whatever. They had Wedgwood in goal, and the game starts with what was it? The first goal of the game? Well, I know
Revenge game
Duchesne
for
scores.
Wedgwood.
Sorry.
Revenge game for Wedgwood.
Kind of, but not really. He did let up 3 goals, and they were kind of on him. Like the first goal was Duchesne. There was no angle that existed.
Who won the game?
He didn't score 6 goals, guy. He allowed 3.
He could have. He could have.
Okay. Anyway, he allows Duchesne. There's no angle there, but he sneaks it like right in between the goalie who's like hugging the corner or hugging the post right there. He sneaks it like right by his ear. It was a really cool play too because Duchesne, as he's bringing it from that no angle off the side, basically parallel to the goal, he looks inside like he's going to pass it, and so Wedgwood can't completely commit to him, and he sneaks it in tiniest of windows. Really good goal there. Later on, Robertson got one by him near post, and then I forget our third goal, but it was near post as well. So I mean, clearly we knew the scouting report on Wedgwood. All our players practiced against him all last season, so they knew that near post that's open for business, and they took advantage of it. Going past that, also real quick, Kale McCarr, Valeri Nichushkin, dominant games. I believe they each had 2 goals. Or was it Lekkonen? Dang, they got so many names that are kind of similar that throw me off a little bit.
Could have even been Nathan McKinnon, bro.
No, it was Lekkonen. Yeah, Lekkonen 2 and McCarr 2. The other ones were Middlestad and Druin. Look, McCarr, we've talked about how dominant he is. He got a goal where there was a man shielding.
Always on the ice, man.
Yes, 30 minutes recently, which blows my mind in one game. But anyway, good games by them. We couldn't hold off the pressure that they were pounding on us. It was really impressive on their part, so they take that one home 6-3. For our next game, very next night, we come back here to Dallas and we host your team, the Red Wings. You talked about it, so I won't add too much or dwell on it. But yeah, 3 goals in the first
Nice
period.
time.
Second period, it kind of felt like it was silent in the arena because there was nothing happening. But I mean, it was good defense on the Stars' part. Offensively, again, like to me, they dominated possession. Their passing looked crisper than in some games where was it the I think it was the Avalanche one. Every one of their goals was like a fast break. Like we were turning it over and then they just pass it up the ice and it's a 1-on-1 with the goalie. Like they were dominating with that stuff. So it was good to see an improvement as far as accuracy and not being as risky with some passes. So that was good. The Hurricanes, we went ahead and hosted them last night, and we lost 2-1. That was very unfortunate. These two teams are leading the NHL in penalty kill. At one point in the first period, the Canes have a 5-on-3 that the Stars killed, which was very impressive. It was a full minute of 5-on-3. So that's an almost impossible ask to come out of that with no goals allowed, but the Stars go ahead and do it. It's very impressive, but not good enough to stop. Was it Kakaniemi? Let me pull that up right quick. I think it was Kakaniemi.
Yeah, he got 2 goals.
Yep, he scored both of them. Stars could only get one on the board from Thomas Harley, which was in the third period, trying to fight back. Wait, did that tie it or did that make it 2-1? God, I apologize again. Memory.
It would have tied it.
Nice. They tie it, and then 30 seconds later, or less than 30 seconds later, the Canes come down and score again. That is one thing that kills me about the Stars. That has to be addressed. That how come out of it'll be us scoring or them scoring, we can't defend quickly off of face-off for whatever reason. We keep allowing these quick goals. It's so annoying, man. We cannot afford to be doing that going forward, especially
as 24 seconds.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, so they go ahead and take that one on the road, 2-1. So during those 5 games, or well, I guess we picked 4 games. I think I said 3-1 with the loss in the Maple Leafs, or did I say 2-2 with losses to Leafs and Avalanche? I think I said we lose the
Probably
Avs
thought
too.
You were gonna go 5-0.
Well, I knew we had. Well, I didn't know we'd be recording on a Wednesday, but I knew that it was a back-to-back between the Avs game and the Red Wings game. So I do think I said 2-2, and the Stars go ahead and go 2-2 in those games, except switching out Maple Leafs and Canadiens there. But going forward, we're gonna go ahead and host the Golden Knights on Friday. That one should be a very good affair. I'll go ahead and say the Stars take that one at home. We go to the very next night, we'll be traveling to St. Louis to take on the Blues, seeing our old coach Montgomery. While I do think...
The crackhead?
Dog, you're so wild for that. It's a back-to-back, and I hate a back-to-back with with traveling in between as well. So I'll say that St. Louis takes that one very surprisingly. Then next Tuesday, we should record that night, but if not, or that day, if not though, I'll go ahead and pick that one as well. We'll be traveling to Vegas to take on the Golden Knights, and I'll say Vegas gets their revenge. So the next 3 games, 1-2. That's horrible. I don't like that. I don't like that I said that. But, yep, them's my predictions. Keaton,
nice guy.
We make some picks every week. Do you want to tell us how yours did last week?
I mean, I don't really remember much of it. You had to tell me.
I can tell you how I did.
Why don't you tell me?
I'll tell you how I did. I had Morgan Riley against the Stars. He plays for the Maple Leafs to get over 1.5 shots on goal.
I thought you meant like the spread picks.
Do we do the... Oh, we do. Yeah, we do prize picks last. That's my fault. Got ahead of myself. Oh, Jesus Christ. That got really bright out of nowhere. My bad. Yes, Keaton. We be making picks every week, but this time against the spread.
Do we?
Yes. Last week we had 13 games to pick from. Plenty. And it turns out you, Keaton, went 4-9 to bring your current standings to 44, or your current record to 44-38. I went 5-8,
Pretty good.
and my current record is 38-44. So I picked a game back up on you. Still down by plenty, but plenty of weeks to go as well. And so we're gaining on you. We're making some progress here. This week, there are a lot less games to pick from, only 4. We're going to go ahead and start with the Boston Bruins traveling to the New Jersey Devils, to New Jersey, taking on the Devils. Spread in that one is Boston plus 1.5 on the road. Who are you taking?
I'm not sure why, but I'm going to pick the Bruins in this one. The Devils have been looking pretty weird this year.
Wow, that is kind of shocking to me. The way you were talking about Boston earlier, too, really seemed like you were disgusted with what they've been up to this year. To be fair, again, like there were so many games
if you
last
look
week
at the last 10 for both the Devils and the Bruins, the Devils are 2-5-3, and the Bruins are 3-5-2.
I see you.
I'm going to give the edge to the Bruins.
I respect that. However, that being said, I will not follow suit. I'm going with the Devils to go ahead and take care of business at home. I swear the minus
score by more than 2.
Dude, the minus 1.5 has been killing me every week there's like 2 games where I take the under or minus 1.5 goals and they win by 1, but that ain't enough. So I'll go Devils though. We'll see.
Enough.
Next game, we got the Columbus Blue Jackets traveling up to Canada, taking on the Maple Leafs of Toronto. Spread in that one is Maple Leafs minus 1.5. Who are you taking in that one?
I'm going to take the Maple Leafs. I do think that the Blue Jackets have, some good attempts at scoring, but I don't think that they're going to best Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner.
Yeah, that's a clean sweep for me. I'm also taking the Leafs. Moving on, we got Winnipeg traveling to Colorado, taking on the Avalanche. Spread in that one is Winnipeg plus 1.5. Who are you taking there?
Oh, dude, that spread sucks. I was going to pick the Avalanche, but that spread sucks.
I mean, it's only minus 1.5 goals.
Only? I'm going to stick with it.
You just talked about how good the Avs are doing. So you're going who? Sorry?
The Avalanche.
Avs? Okay.
I just said that they beat the Stars and was like, that's good for the Stars. I didn't say anything about how good they've been.
That's all right. I'll go ahead and say, dang, man. I'm picking Colorado. I hate it. I hate picking Colorado. But, yeah, they're just too good. Florida is going to be traveling to L.A. to take on the Kings. The spread in that one is Kings minus 1.5. Who are you taking there?
Well, I think I'm going to take the Panthers based on the spread. I do think that the Kings should probably win, but only by 1.
Yeah. Dude, that's also the thing, too, is that, there's so many games where, it really should just be a 1-goal game, but because there's empty nets, it becomes 2, and so, God, that's killer. But I'm going to go with the Panthers as well. I do like them getting that 1.5 goal bonus, and so the only game we're picking differently, Keaton, is the first one, Boston and New Jersey. So we will see if I'm able to gain ground on you this week. Now to our other picks, the prize picks.
You will not.
I will. We'll see, actually. My pick last week was a play with Morgan Riley getting over 1.5 shots on goals, which he did, and Dylan Larkin to get over 11 face-off wins. I think it was 11. Don't exactly remember, but it doesn't matter because he covered. That's a win for you, boy. I think out of the last 4 weeks, I've gotten 3 plays right, so I'm feeling very good.
Great, dog.
Yes, sir, it is good. And my pick this week, let me pull that thing up because, again, my memory is horrible. My pick this week is not available at this second. Give me 2 seconds, bud. 1, 2. Got it. Anze Kopitar getting over 11 face-off wins against Florida tonight. And Dmitry Voronkov to go ahead and get under 1 point. The line's 0.5, of course, but yeah, under.
Under 1 point.
Well, yeah, that you can't say under. Or you can say under half point, but that just sounds dumb. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it all sounds dumb. But my pick did not go through as you know, Eklund did get 4 shots out of the 1.5, so pretty good there. But Lucas Raymond ended up scoring and had 0 assists. So he got a point. He just didn't get that assist that he should have. But this week, rolling with some great picks, incredible picks right here. Dougie Hamilton with the under for 2.5 shots on goal. I don't think he's going to get more than 2. And Zach Werenski is going to be out on the ice for less than 27.25 minutes, which is quite the line. Don't know why it's so high, but his last few games, he's been on the ice for quite some time.
Dude, his time on ice is also ridiculous.
I think that the Maple Leafs will take care of it as far as just forcing him to get a rest and, just skate away with it, so to speak.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Keaton, is there anything that I'm forgetting?
No, that should be it.
All right. Well, hey, appreciate y'all coming back. See you next week. Peace.